This is Vapor. I'm live right now at the fatbeats.net studio and you're watching champagnebubblee.tv. Every day I'm on the grind like a windmill. Money in, money out, Wilkins Hill. Beats hustle and flow, everything's ill. No fictional shit, everything's real. Shot a jingle, on to the next deal. Next video, on to the next reel. Progress music, I'm on to the next bill. While you're starving, I'm on to the next bill. On to the next competition, I'm in the mood for league of license, not no provisional. The way that I speak should be criminal. My fan base listen and learn every syllable. And still I progress with my lyrical. This is the digital, always on the biblical. No average MC, no stereotypical. Bragger, my swagger is never on minimal. Radio is the scene. At the end of the day, if you go back to, say, when all the raving was sort of starting out and that, it comes from people in the tower blocks, you know what I mean? It comes from the people who were putting on the events. It gave them a way to reach the people out on the streets, you know what I mean? There weren't no government authority broadcasts that let us do our thing properly the way we want to do it, you know what I mean? Without having to go through all the filters and that. Well, I'm getting money like Nat West. Is your money as low as my hat? Yes. With your hustle, it's off like a mattress. Just for your honey, a black dress. So you should be grateful. At least Vapor made her look tasteful. What you think I do this shit for? Man, I'm a working designer label. I'm verbally, I leave the guy disabled. A 5 second round might be fatal. Cause whenever I bring mic to the table, we make hustling look like playful. It's like an open mic on here, you know what I mean? It's been there for the youth, as far as I'm concerned, in London since at least 1990, you know what I mean? And yeah, if you was on radio, it helped you become someone. All the people who are someone today started on pirate radio. And it's a banger. I've been in the game for time, you just dream of the game. I kind of wouldn't dream up, play my lines on speed up, you stay behind. You're gonna see how Taylor shines, cause the girls see Vapor shrines. Play on my mixtape, just feature and make the mind. On stage, gotta make this wage your mind, working hard, you're in bed around 8 or 9. This is like the new thing now, isn't it? Because you can peep and turn up here with your record box and not have to be shy, and there won't be feds waiting outside and things like that, you know what I mean? It's sort of, this is the pirate scene going mainstream now. We all smoke weed and niggas be creating mine, just smoke straight bush weed and the native kind, make just kids backdated rhymes. Come along and you get nervous, display the signs, get murked and that bit of life breaks for line. Meet me up at the top of the gate, if you can make the climb, the sheer weight of my bars could break your spine. Because obviously you've got all the authorities that are going to crack down and DTI and Ofcom and all them people who are employed to take it all down. You've got things like the people who are doing this are doing things for the kids of today, you know what I mean? Whereas we sort of had to force our way onto the airwaves and do it illegal. They're helping us do it proper now, you know what I mean? You see what I'm saying?
What's your name?
DJ Casper.
And what kind of music do you play?
Specialise in UK garage and UK funky.
What are your influences?
Growing up, I'd say it'd have to be DJ EZ, Carl Tough Enough Brown. Used to love MC Vapor back in the day. Big touch like people like him, c.k.p coming down after like listening to like their albums, their mixtapes for years and years and years.
And how long have you been on Fat Beats, bro?
I was on it for about 9 months, then I moved out at the ends, but then I come back. Been back on it for about 4 or 5 months now.
Have you got a memorable set from Fat Beats?
Do you know what? One time got Hyperactive and that down there, didn't book him on that and he just like phoned up, said he wanted to pass through, he was in the area and that. That was a really big show, but I mean tonight for everyone that's popped down, the launch of Champagne Bubblee TV, Fat Beats, this show is the future, it's the way forward.
And what are your views on the role that radio plays in the scene and how it helps us?
Back in the day, I used to listen to pirate radio, and then before like internet TV, even 3-4 years ago when I started mixing, trying to get yourself heard by even a pirate radio station, because like they say, where it was underground, it was illegal, you couldn't just be showing any Tom, Dick or Harry about like these sort of things, so you had to push really, really hard. Fat Beats, I ain't gonna lie, it was kind of easy to get like a set on the station. It's good promotion, and it's just a lot easier with the role that internet TV is playing, I think. But I can't lie, underground stations are still doing it. I mean, I know enough promoters that still lock onto underground stations just to see what it's all about.
Hey, you know what? It's a birthday celebration right here. You know, after 3, everyone make some noise for Ash. 1, 2, 3!
He's making noise for himself as well. That's the spirit.
The remix bass. With the booming bass. Outside 3Ws. Champagne Bubblee TV right here for you, the mayor. With the full crew inside the fat beats. What? Bombastic. Who's the mandate? Wanna turn up on the mic and don't panic.
Name C to the K to the P, aka the mayor.
Don't box it, don't box rapper. It's going down to what that beat saver. The way to find the listen to them class c.k.p. one of the Bible provider.
Started MCing from when I was in school, listening to sound systems like Saxon, Coxsone, Unity, those sort of sounds, reggae style flavours.
I want to be trying to win a flavor. Bombastic, all the man being wanna jump on the mic and don't panic. Don't box it, don't box rapper. Who's in the place trying to win the flavor? Becoming the waiver, you're making the hyper. One time you're trying to win the flavor. Can you really reach him on fire? I'm gonna hand over to the vapor.
I started on radio in 1995, stroke 1996, on one of the biggest stations at the time. That was the big, bad, mighty Freak FM 101.8. Without radio, without the stations, there ain't nothing. Big up to all the stations, big up to all the pirates before, yeah, because without you, none of our scene will be possible. You make it, that's where the ground roots are, the pirate stations.
My opinion, the radio scene is big. I started not just on Fat Beats, I started on another radio station called Layla FM. As soon as I was on that, people started seeing me, started booking me for their events and that, and taking me on and saying, yeah, you do work, I can hear you, and that's it. And the radio is one of the big concepts about getting into the scene today.
With a girl shake down to her booty, she's a cutie far from freebie. Gonna see her leap like a genie, but yes, wanna take you on a nice, do you wanna nice, do you wanna night, the nice, gonna take you, Reno's gonna take you.
You can ask all Kai, you can ask all Sparks, and I'm sure they'll say the same. Back in the days, all Flex FM, whatever, the old school radios that back in the days, that's how they started, so that's how I'm starting off. And Ash, what do you mainly play? What kind of music you play?
Old school garage, funky, get into a bit of bassline, dubstep, loving a lot really.
So hot that my lyrics could grow palm trees. I'll keep it so cool, they're calling me Mr. Calm Breeze. Shit, my lyrics are so hard, jeans.
Let's rewind and come again. C to the K to the P, right here with Fat Beats, doing a little birthday set from DJ Ash, back to back with one another.
Big up Ash.
Big up Ash, each and every time. Yeah. Now, what questions would you like to ask me?
I wasn't even ready for that.